Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So in this video, we are going to build our first AI agent. That agent will help us to analyze the stocks. It will give us two views. One is short term and another is long term. Please do not take any advice by the AI agent seriously. Please do your own due diligence. This is just for the demonstration purpose. So let's run our AI agent. We have used Streamlit as a UI so that a user can enter name of the stock and get the details. Let me start the Streamlit UI. So we'll say Streamlit run main.ui. So this should fire up our agent. So this is our Streamlit UI. Here you can enter the name of the stock. I have added a name as a Tesla. Once I click on the analyze stock, it will pull up some of the information from the internet for the company, such as profitability, debt. So let's look into the background. See, it has already started to pull up information such as P ratio, PB ratio, debt to equity. So these all are the terms from the fundamental analysis. There are two agents basically as part of this project. One is financial agent. So basically it pulls the all this information using this tool called get financial ratios, and it gives these, it consolidates the data. And finally there is another agent which is investment decision maker, and it gives another thought, gives out the verdict whether we want to buy or hold or sell. There are two things we are looking here. One is short term decision and another is a long term decision. So this is what the agent was able to draft as an answer. Let's go back to the UI and see how it looks. And this is how you see it, short term outlook and long term outlook. So basically, our short term outlook is hold, confidence is 70%, and long term outlook is buy, confidence is 80%, based on the analysis which is done by the agent, right? It also talks about the solid profitability metrics, growth potential in the EV market, so and so forth. To implement this use case, we have utilized View AI as AI agents framework. This is the framework we have utilized for implementing our use case. So we are using GPT-4o Mini as a LLM, a brain of AI agent. Let's go to the VS Code and see the structure of the code. So this is how our code looks like. I have couple of folders over here. The main folder is this SRC folder, and there are two more folders, config and tools. This is the block diagram of AI agent. We have a user which is giving the query on the front end, Profit Pilot AI, which is built using Streamlit. Once you click on analyze button, it will call the agent in the background. So this agent will invoke its tool called, it is basically a custom tool which we have implemented using Yao Finance library. So that tool will help us fetch the financial data of that particular company. Once we have that data, first view will be formed by the financial agent, and final view will be formed by the investment advisor agent. Basically, both agents are powered by GPT-4o Mini as a brain, which is our large language model. Finally, we craft two things out of it. One is short-term decision and another is long-term decision. Finally, that data is returned to us. That is how overall flow work in case of Profit Pilot AI agent. Now let's go back to our VS Code and try to understand the code, how we have written, what are the different components, so and so forth. Let me help you walk through different folders and the structure. Main.py is where the main logic has been written. Most of the code is around Streamlit UI. We have created a function for creating investment dashboard that you see onto the UI. So the main logic is over here. When we click on the button called analyze stock, we will be calling this investment group. In order to set up the project, you can follow the instructions given by the CrewUI team on their GitHub page. I will provide the link in our description so that you can set up the project easily. Just to show you quickly, here is the GitHub page of the Crew AI. From this page, you will be able to easily set up your project. Already commands are given over here. Just follow this command, you will be able to set up your projects. So this is how the direct looks like. The main files are agents YAML and tasks YAML. These are something which we need to modify based on our use case. And structure of agents looks like this, where This is the name of your agent, and each agent has a role, goal, and backstory. Role is here, it is given as senior data researcher. So basically the name of agent. Then goal is what is that we want an agent to do or achieve. And finally the backstory is more of like a persona, what agent is about in order to improve the accuracy of the agent. And corresponding tasks are given in task.yaml. Here there is a research task which is corresponding to researcher agent. So we have a description, we have the expected output, what is that we want out of that task, and finally which agent it will refer. So here we are referring a researcher agent. Similarly, we have also defined the agents in RVS code. Let's go to config and agents folder. So here we have defined two agents. One is financial analyst, another is investment decision maker. Role is financial analyst. Goal, we need to analyze company fundamentals and provide detailed financial analysis about ticker. Ticker is nothing but company symbol. And we have given some backstory. You are an experienced financial analyst with expertise in fundamental analysis, so on and so forth. Another is investment decision maker, role, goal, and similarly, we have also given a backstory. There is another file called task.yaml, and for each agent, we have defined a task over here. Description, this is what we want an agent to do. Expected output, financial health of ticker, so that investment decision can be made by decision maker. So investment decision maker task, you have a description, expected output, and agent. We have this function called investment group. Let's go over here. This piece of code is inside crew.py, responsible for the such as creating agents, creating the task, and running the crew. So the first piece of code over here, what you see is we are reading the data from the YAML files, and creating an agent in Crui is very easy. You just need to write a small method and decorate it with add agent decorator. Here we will return an agent. First is configuration. Here we will pass the config of AI agent. So this is the dictionary. Financial analyst is a key. If you go back to agents YAML, this is the key. Next is verbose equal to true, so that we can see what is happening into the background. It will give us the such logs on UI. And finally, there is tools. So here we specify what are the different tools an agent can use. So we have get financial ratios as the tool created for this agent to be used. So if you click over here, that is located under tools folder. We have built our own custom tool in order to fetch financial ratios of the company. We have defined all the things. Basically, we have put the logic of what is that we are going to fetch, such as keys to fetch. We are fetching the data from Yahoo Finance library. And basically, this is the piece of code using which we are fetching the data for the company. Creating custom tools in AI, Creo AI is creating custom tools in Creo AI is pretty straightforward. You just need to create a class, and that will inherit base tool which is from the Creo AI tools. Here we need to give the name of the tool, description, and basically this argument schema is nothing but the agentic model that we have created here. And the main logic of the tool we would put under this function called underscore run. You can go through the code. I'm going to commit this code to my GitHub repo, AI agents handbook, and that is something I'm going to link to the handbook, and I will provide the link of that in the description box. Now coming back to crew.py, there is another agent we have created in the similar fashion. This is investment decision maker, and corresponding tasks are available over here. Similarly, we are decorating them with at task decorator for financial analyst as well as investment decision maker. So one thing to note over here is we are passing the input of the first financial analyst task to this investment decision maker task using this context parameter. That would be a list. And we are also putting the restriction asking an agent to provide the data in certain format, which is in output JSON form and which is dictated by this financial analysis pydantic model, which is we have defined over here. And that is why you see this JSON being printed by the agent. So this helps us to read the data in structured format and take certain decision. This is the output JSON will be written by this task. And finally, we are creating our crew, and crew takes these parameters agents automatically created by at agent decorator. So process we will keep as a sequential since we need this task to be completed first, and the output of this task will be consumed in this task. That is why the process would be sequential and verbose is true. Okay, so that was pretty much about the code, and I will commit this code to the Git repository, and I will share the link of my Git repo in the description box. Feel free to download it, execute it, and see how it works for you. So that's pretty much about the main part of the AI agent, the implementation part, and the how we have created the custom tool building block. Just one thing to call out, we also need to define our API key in .env file. This is how the file looks like. And I have defined two things here. One is the model name and another is the open API key. So for now, I'm using GPT-4o Mini. This is my open AI API key. So thank you so much for watching this video. Do share, like, and subscribe in case you found the value out of this video. Stay tuned for rest of the videos. I'm coming up with practical example on how to build AI agents. Thank you.